What's going on, folks? Welcome back to We the Champs. I'm your host, Jalen, and yeah, man, this is the greatest sports show on the earth, on the turf, in the pool, on the field, or whatever you want to call it. All right. This past weekend, we just had some NFL conference football action. That is going to be the highlight of our talk for this session. And yeah, let's get into it. But before I do, a call to action real quick. Hit that like, subscribe, comment, bell notification. And let's talk some football, guys. All right. Let's go at the NFC first real quick. We had the Eagles led by Sirianni Hurts and Saquon pounding it, running it up the head, Barkley. They pounded out the Washington Commanders. Let's get into this matchup. Let's talk about these two teams, how they got there and whatnot. So you had the Washington Commanders, a team that, vastly played above expectations for this season. I don't want to say lucked up, but they got the answer in their quarterback position, who's in Jaden Daniels, who's definitely looking like a future franchise quarterback, or not a future. He is the franchise quarterback for this team. And you have the Eagles, a team that's been in contending for some time now, had a kind of blip season last year. I don't even know if we can call it quite a blip season last year, man, because they still made it to the playoffs. But, looking at this matchup, the Eagles were some pretty decent-sized favorites. I think it was maybe 6 or 7. I think that's where the line was, somewhere in there. And we just saw the difference in the talent of these two teams. How the Commanders were playing, it was good enough to get them to this point, but they just ran into a super-powered Eagles team with a super-powered running back that just got the job done here. So, yeah, big shout-out to the Commanders and Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, all them boys for making it this far, and super shout-out to the Eagles for getting the job done. So if we're looking at this game, they were just outmanned. The Eagles just have far more dudes than the Commanders. I mean, I can go all day about this team. I mean, I can go all day about the players, and how many of them are from UGA, go Dogs. But, yeah, they really put it on them. Hurts had 2 touchdowns. Barkley finished the game with 3 TDs. And let's talk about the first play from scrimmage for the Eagles. You do a halfback toss, and Barkley takes that thing to the crib for 60-something yards. Oh, my gosh. That was just immaculate, like right there. That is Eagles football for this season at its peak. Just seeing Saquon take that ball to the crib, 60 yards, to bust open the Eagles' first drive. All right. And one thing I did like about this, so the passing production wasn't like we've seen it before, or at least the season before last with the Eagles. But, man, you got to look. They're still able to do damage on that perimeter. Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, of course, an elite wide receiver. You got your 1A and your 1B, and then you have your arguably one of the top talents, the tight end, the Dallas Goedert. So, I mean, those guys are still there. And what I liked about the Eagles, after they got this touchdown, they went to the passing game quite a bit, found some open spots, even if it was just like a quick tight end end screen to Dallas Goedert. They ran a few of those, getting the ball in his hands. They did a really good job at getting their best players involved early rather than just, let's give this thing to Saquon. Let's feed Saquon. Saquon only had 15 carries this game, but he averaged 7.9 per carry. Granted, one of those carries is on a 60-yard rush, so that was big time. Washington. Let's talk a little bit more about this defense. And the defense out here, man, star-studded defense. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, another defensive tackle from Georgia, got through there, got him some action in on the sack. Zach Bond, one of the defensive players of the year, had 12 total tackles. And then, of course, you had Cooper DeJean making plays on the field. And Keon Mitchell I believe, had an interception towards the end of the game, man. The Eagles really put it on them. And I feel like this game could have been closer. The Commanders just dug themselves into a pretty quick hole. They had 3 fumble losses in this game. We had Eckler, Nichols. That was the big one. The fumble on the kickoff return. And De'Ami Brown also fumbling the ball. Those were big time. Losing this. So with a team like Washington, who's, playing above their skis, superstar quarterback. I mean, Jaden Daniels is a phenomenal player. And you got T-Mac, who had that touchdown to open the game for. Against a team like the Eagles, maybe somebody like the Buccaneers or whatever, but against a team like the Eagles, the margin for error is very, very small. Maybe if you manned up, not as in, showing that masculinity, but maybe if you had them, you matched them man for man in that fashion, your margin for error is a bit bigger. But, in the game, this kind of matchup playing in Philadelphia against your in division rivals, you just can't turn the ball over like that. And that's what it got to. This game got out of hand, way more out of hand than I thought. And the Eagles succeeded. You had Jalen Hurts with some carries. He had Hurts had 3 touchdowns. Damn, my bad, guys. The Eagles overall had 229 yards. 77 of those came from the young running back Will Shipley out of the backfield. So big props to them. Going forward, Commanders. Hey guys, let's draft smart. Let's draft to protect Jaden Daniels. Commanders are in a great position to move forward and be contenders in the NFC for years to come. Let's just take this page from other teams that we've seen been successful and do this big time. Let's play this smart and let's continue to build on Jaden Daniels, Dan Quinn, do your thing, Cliff Kingsbury, do your thing, and let's really see this grow here. And Eagles back in the Super Bowl against a rematch against the AFC conference champion, the Kansas City Chiefs. So this always happens, man. This kind of narrative always plays out in these postseason games. Typically in college football, now it's 12 teams, but prior it was 4 teams. One game would be the blowout game, and the other game would be the neck and neck game, where it's just like the margins are razor thin and somebody just claws out the victory. So after watching this NFC Championship game blowout first, I just knew the Chiefs-Bills matchup was going to be epic. And what we had here was a great game. Both quarterbacks played pretty well. Neither of them turned the ball over. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. And their stats are so close, man. Josh Allen, 237 yards. Mahomes, 245. Dude, they both took 2 sacks, 10 yards, Allen, 12 yards, Mahomes. This is just your classic matchup, man. I didn't expect any less from this game of these 2 AFC heavyweights. And for a second, let me just dabble in the brilliance of the Kansas City Chiefs. I feel like we do this every year, man. Somebody stop the Eagles. Please stop them in the Super Bowl. But let's just elaborate on the brilliance of this team. First, let's go into that cornerback blitz. They hadn't blitzed the corner all freaking game, and freaking Steve Spagnuolo saved that in his back pocket. He might have had it last week in the divisional round. It's like, nah, bro, we don't need to show these boys this. This is my baby right here. This gonna get it. So that 4th and long, he probably looked at Andy Reid and was like, hey, yo, watch this shit. Hey. He was like, bro, they ain't gonna see this coming. Let me run this on them real quick. Sit the corner blitz untouched. I mean, they didn't have film on this or anything. He saved that for the perfect moment for game to get that done. And props to Josh Allen, bro. Still got the ball out, able to chuck it downfield. I'm not going to bash Kincaid over that. Dude, that's a tough catch. I can see if you're diving forward, but he was diving down to reach the ball. And at that kind of release, that's a hard ball to determine. This ball is sailing and coming down. To locate that ball is still quite tough, as if it was just more of a line drive kind of throw. So that was a tough throw. That was a tough catch for Kincaid, and there was coverage there. But man, the brilliance on that play call at that right moment was epic. And I know you guys heard in the broadcast, Nance and Romo. I just wish the Bills could have got a bit more creative in these short yardage situations. A lot of it comes down to just toughness and just laying the hammer. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they didn't have to get creative, but Nance and Romo were saying that Josh Allen he likes to go left. Maybe if they would have switched it up, went right or whatever, we would have seen them be more successful in those short down situations. But at the same time, hey, these guys balled their heart out. I know they left it on the field. Great game. And another embracement on the brilliance of the Kansas City Chiefs. And we talk about that 3rd and 9 they had to seal the game. So they ran a crossing. I'm not sure if it was a drag or a slant. I'd have to watch it over. Either way, it was a shallow crossing route to Samaj Perine. Guys, Samaj Perine did not touch this ball one time all game. He didn't have one target all game. And he comes in on a 3rd and 9 in this clutch situation. Nobody expected him to get this ball. I have to say that. Who expected Perine to get this ball? And he caught it. I believe he caught it right at the line of scrimmage. And then that's another thing. It's the Chiefs and Andy Reid, they're like so inept in it. It's almost they're at the point they're playing mind games. You bring Samaj Perine in, hadn't touched the ball all game. Might I say, a colleague of mine was saying Samaj Perine, he gets the ball on those third down back, he's getting the ball. So it's like your 6th man coming into the game. It's like, all right, like Jamal Crawford not coming in this game to He's not coming in the game to set screens and shit. Jamal Crawford's coming into the game as a 6th man to score off the bench. That's what he's coming for. So Samaj Perine coming into the game to touch the ball. But you got to look, man, the way they go about things. They just have it. They just have team scatterbrain, focus on one thing. Then you hit them with this. They think you going to the body. Nah, we about to leg kick you. You know what I'm saying? So you got somebody, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm on. Worthy been killing us all game. We got to watch him. Oh, I got to watch D-Hop. D-Hop ain't got the ball all game. I think D-Hop had 1 catch. And it's like, bro, I'm guarding Travis Kelce. All right. Hollywood Brown's been burned. He hasn't killed us this game, but he can on this play. And they're probably expecting them to go past the sticks unless it's Kelce for a curl turnaround and going up the field. But no, they threw it to Samaj Perine on a drag crossing route. Not even at the sticks. He had to get past the sticks after the catch and get this ball, man. That is just phenomenal, bro. Who thinks that? And another thing about the Chiefs, they're hungry, especially at this point in the season. They're hungry to get that 3rd Super Bowl in a row. But at the same time, I believe there's not quite much pressure on the Kansas City Chiefs because they've been there before. They've done that. Dude, I'm seeing what's the kicker's name? You know the kicker's name. I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Help me out. Harrison Butker. I'm seeing him warm up about to kick the ball. I'm thinking, Harrison, he's excited about this. He's not nervous about this. He's like, oh man, we've been here before. We've done this. Let's do it again, guys. We got to get this third ring. That is the emotion going through their head. They don't have nerves like others do. Now, you look on the other side against the Bills. The Bills haven't been to the Super Bowl with Josh Allen. They've gotten close. I mean, they hadn't beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. So, the nerves are way more likely to be there for their side. I mean, if you saw that first drive with Josh Allen, he threw some crazy throws. They were pretty erratic, but he toned it down, came through, and was out there looking like Super Josh. But damn, bro, this shit is just different. What the Kansas City Chiefs are doing, man. I don't even know what to say. This is brilliant, man. This is brilliant, and just think about all the people that I didn't personally that thought the quality was going to go down when they let Tyreek Hill go. They just got better, man. This is like Skip Bayless says, death by 1,000 cuts, man. They just chopping you down, And when you least expect this punch, they're going to hit you right here, hit you in this gut. Brilliant. Oh, man. Let's talk about that James Cook touchdown, dude. That was fourth down. Josh Allen ran the speed option, tossed it. James Cook meeting the defender at the goal line. Bow. He's hitting the leg, jumps up, catches himself on the head with his hand on the ground, gets that thing right over the goal line, man. The effort was there. This is football at its peak, and props to both teams for getting here and giving us football fans what we asked for. So very, very happy about this and very excited about the Super Bowl. We got a rematch, and rematches happen, man. We see teams, great teams that contend. We see them match up often. I can go back to the NBA. How many times you saw LeBron against the Spurs, LeBron for the Cavs against the Warriors over and over and over. It happens. You think back to the 90s when the Cowboys was rolling. How about the Cowboys? We saw the Cowboys and the Bills, or the Giants and the Patriots. So this stuff happens, man. Top tier teams, they run that shit for a while, and the Kansas City Chiefs are running it. So I'm very excited about the Super Bowl. Hope y'all are. Wonder if y'all are going to watch the Pro Bowl. I might not, but we'll see. All right, so let's get to some. And one thing I want to say, and the Bills are up here. They don't even have any super dudes on that offense outside of Josh Allen. But that just shows you just don't. You have a quarterback of that tier, and you have good enough coaching. You don't need that, man. The leading receiver in this game is Mack Hollins, 3 catches, 73 yards. We know Mack Hollins throughout his career. He's a big play receiver, stretches the field, gets big catches. He's tall, lanky guy, gets big catches. James Cook was the second leading receiver on this team. It's crazy. And the quarterback's running is just so – it's such an inept part of the game now. Like with KC, with Patrick Mahomes, dude, his scrambling ability, it just kills teams. It guts them. He had the quarterback blast to the outside, or whatever you want to call quarterback lead for that touchdown. Like, damn, who saw that coming at that moment, man? They probably wouldn't run that in the middle of the season, but this postseason, baby, we trying to get it. They pulled that out. You've seen Josh run 11 times, dozens of times throughout the year. That's just such a pivotal part of the game. And going into the Super Bowl, I mean, do we call Patrick Mahomes a running quarterback? I mean, he makes in the postseason, it obviously looks like it. If they're not worried about him getting injured, they're trying to win games. That's all that matters is winning this game and get to the next one. And at this point, Patrick Mahomes is a running quarterback. So, hey, a quarterback's got to run now. And then, dude, and then who's going to get the ball in the Super Bowl? I mean, they only ran – I know Pacheco is coming back from that injury. Ran Hunt 17 times, Pacheco 5 times. These guys are crazy. And then Worthy is coming out of the backfield, getting the ball. Just, gosh, dude, Chiefs. They got so many guys that can do things right. When the coaches are so good, it just clicks. It just clicks, man. All right. So later in the week, we'll get to the Super Bowl matchup. But let's talk about these coaching hires. Pete Carroll to the Raiders. I thought that was an interesting one. I'm just not a fan of NFL teams hiring quarterbacks in their 70s. Just not a fan of that. Pete Carroll's had a great career. One of the only, or might be the only, football coach to ever win a title with a college team and a NFL team. So, no disrespect to his Pete Carroll or, what he's done for the game or whatever, but I just not a fan of the old football coach. We'll see. We'll see. It's definitely an interesting hire. What pick are the Raiders? Let's look at the NFL draft order. I'll put in the comments what y'all think about this Pete Carroll hire. I'm surprised. So we got Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, New England, Jacksonville, Vegas. Vegas is number 6. They don't have a quarterback. They might pick up a journeyman quarterback. There's been talks about them getting like a Kirk Cousins. Or I don't think Kirk Cousins would even go out there and play. But let's see. Look at the top 6 teams. Who in front of them needs a quarterback? You got Tennessee, Cleveland, and New York Giants. All need a quarterback. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Unless Tennessee wants to give Will Levis another shot, that would be smart for them to trade and get some capital and try to build some players. But hey, who the heck knows? Then you have the Jets at number 7. What do the Jets do? Aaron Glenn says Rodgers' future is still pending, and they haven't made a decision on that. I don't know what to think about that, man. So we're going to see. But guys, that wraps up this segment of We the Champs. I hope you all enjoyed. We're going to have some action coming out every day this week. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any action. All right. But I appreciate you tuning in. We the Champs. We out. Peace.